Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the live tracking of ScorpioN using the Adrenox mobile app. So you can click on the locate my SUV and it will get into the map, and there you can see your vehicle on live as to where it is traveling. So we will go in deep to discuss about this in today's video. I'm going to tell you what are all the various features that you could see in this app and how it is going to be very useful for you. So get into the video and get started. Okay, what are we seeing today is the live tracking of Scorpio N vehicle using the Adrenox. See, this is the advantage of the connected car features that you have, right? So my car has been sent to the showroom, the first service, and today they are doing the road test. So I had a glitch in my car from the day one where I could see or hear a whistling sound when the car goes beyond a particular limit, speed limit. So let's say it goes above 70 or 80 kilometers, and when the wind is heavy in the outside, I can see a whistling sound coming into the cabin. So I asked them to do the road test, and I believe that they are doing it now, and that's what I'm seeing in the live tracking. So you could see that the cabin temperature is at 21 degrees, the driver is buckled, and now the vehicle is going on the fifth gear at 54 kilometers an hour. Okay, now they are picking the speed. So they're going in the Pundamali bypass road, and we are seeing the live feed of that. So this is an advantage of having those connected features, and I'm not sure how many of them are making use of these, but these are good things that you can always use to track your vehicle. And as well as right, if the road test is being conducted as per your wish or not. Not just that, I mean, like, you can track your vehicle even when you're not driving and anyone else is driving, which route they are taking and what's the speed that they are going, the speed to gear ratio, if it is good or not, everything, right? You can always check it in the live tracking using Adrenox. So a very helpful feature. Those who have not used it, those who have these features but don't know how to use it, this is for you. Thank you. So we saw the locate my SUV feature, and the next one I can show you is the fuel diary. See, the fuel diary, what it does is it captures the amount of the fuel that you are filling into the tank, and the amount as well. So it basically gives you a graph of what is your total consumption, and how much fuel that you have filled every month. I think this is going to be useful over a period of time when you have a good record of all the refill that you had done over a couple of months, and it would help you to pretty much calculate your total expenses. So do remember that I took my vehicle on January the 4th, during which the Adrenox is not connected at that time. So you can see that the 4th January, I think I filled nearly 3000 rupees worth of diesel, but it is not showing up here. And the one drawback is I could not go and add a particular date here. See, the dates what you see here, right? It is all auto appearing, and it was showing 0 liters and 0 rupees, but it was capturing the date 16th of Jan, 5th of Feb, and 19th of February. I think there is some smart way of tracking it. Maybe when you refill your tank, there is some sensor which is capturing that data. But it could not determine how much liters of fuel that was filled, and so it is only capturing the date with 0 liters and 0 rupees. Then you need to click that. Say for example, I'm clicking the 16th of Feb, right? 16th of Jan. You can see that I have manually entered the billing amount and the fuel rate. So basis the rate and the billing amount, it captures the quantity on its own, and then you just have to save it. You can also attach the receipt if you have it. It's optional. So that is how I came and saved for all these 3 dates. Next one is the current trip, right? So this will show you the most recent trip that you took your vehicle to. Now I have left my vehicle for service in Chennai Ayapandangal motors, and so you can see that whenever they take the vehicle for a ride, even if it is a very short one, that it is capturing it. For example, it is hardly 0.1 kilometer that they had taken it, maybe inside their campus from one place to another, but it still captured that as a trip at around 2:51 p.m. on 27th of Feb. And yeah, you will see the acceleration details and the braking details, the clutch details, any aggressive acceleration if so, as well as the tire pressure. So this is something really good, and you can, this is for the current trip. Right now, if you want to access the trip history, you can click here and it will take you and show you all the recent trips right from the very beginning, right? So uh, my trip diary is there from 5th of January. Again, as I told you, 4th of January, I took the vehicle for delivery, but then Adrenox was not set up. On 5th, I set it up, and so from there onwards, it started capturing the history of all my trips. Let me just take some other trip. I think I went for a trip to Senji Fort on I think 16th of January, right? So if I look at it, I can show you that. Yeah, now let's look at it. So it will show you the, okay, the total trip is 169.5 kilometers from my place to Senji. And if you look at this, if I click this, look at this, right? So it will show you that how my car started at my house, and the route that I had taken to reach Senji Fort. Yeah, I took the national highway from Chennai to Kanyakumari route, crossed Chengalpattu, Maduranthakam, and then Dindivanam. From there, yeah, I think a small detour, and then coming back on track, Dindivanam. And from, okay, there was a small halt there, took I think for a tea break, then yes, we started again and reached Chinchi. So yeah, so that is how this will help you to see the route that you took, and then it will show you the fuel economy and everything. So the top speed was 141 at some point. Not a rash driver, occasionally I do that. um, so yeah, so this is the trip summary, and apart from this, you also have this vehicle status screen that shows whether the vehicle ignition is on or off, the headlamp is it switched on or off, the parking lamp again switched on or off, as well as the hazard lamp. Now this will be whenever you keep your vehicle at the parking, this is how it will look, and then it will also show the total distance that is there in the odometer, that is 1482 for me. And then if you swipe it, so this is your vehicle controls. Mine is a manual, so it will not allow me to switch on the ignition remotely, as well as switch off the ignition remotely and switch on the AC. So these three functions are disabled because it's a manual car. Only after switching on the ignition, your climate control settings can be enabled, because your battery otherwise will get exhausted, right? So the ignition on is not for manual, because there is a risk of you leaving that in the gear. They always make sure that the ignition on is not provided for the manual. But if it is automatic, on the middle you see the center circle, right? So inside that you will have the ignition button, so you can even do the remote ignition if it is an automatic. So that's the difference between the manual and automatic. Otherwise, the windows, hazard light, central locking, headlamp, sunroof, as well as the search your car, which is horn and blink, is enabled for all the types. So that's your vehicle control. Next, we are going to see the main menu screen. You can see the first one is about profile, and then the second one is about the SUV details. If you go into the SUV details, it will show you the SUV, the number as well. I've masked it. See, the advantage here is you can add two additional users to use the Adrenox in their mobile as well. so they will also get all the alerts that you get. Of course, you will be the primary user, and they'll be add-on users or secondary users. Again, my account will show you all the details of about you, and then my SUV will once again show you the SUV details. Here, some of the informations are not editable. For some reason, I'm not able to edit anything in this page except for the display name. So yeah, you can check for yours as well if it is accessible, editable or not. The next one is the alert configuration. You can see a lot of alerts here, and the best thing is you can have it all switched on for your vehicle as well. It's going to be very helpful for you. And the most important one is the geofence. Whenever you keep your car in a parked place, and if it goes outside that within a 200-meter radius, it will trigger alert. So up to 8 geofences can be added. So wherever you most frequently park your vehicle, you can add those places, so that you know it is a good safety feature that is enabled. And then the next one, apart from that, yes, you can have all the other alerts enabled as well, which is good for you, except the do not disturb. So coming out of this page, the next one is the my documents section. So that will have all the documents related to your car. You can store up to, there are 4 categories, I believe: the car insurance, the car RC, the license details, and the pollution details certificate. All these are they have given the category, so all you need to do is to upload the documents, and it is good to have the digital documents handy. The next one is the smart home and calendar. I think so. The smart home, I've not done anything. Pretty much, it is asking us to add something like a smart device. I've not done anything, as well as the calendar. I've not added any events. The next one is the trip summary. So again, that's the same thing that you accessed using that location map icon on the lower bottom of your screen, right? So it will again take you to the trip history. So you can also use this option. And the roadside assistance will show you the number to call them if at all you need assistance. The next one is the save routes and places. So you can save up to 8 routes and 8 places under the saved routes and places. So all the most preferred or most frequently visited places can be added there. So the next one is the subscription manager, where I was not aware that this is a paid option. So for now it is valid for 1 year, from 2023 Jan to 2024 Jan. I think if we need to keep the Adrenox active, then we need to pay it for another year. It is going to be either 5,000 or 6,000 depending upon whatever that was prevailing at that time. So that's the subscription page, which shows you the Adrenox subscription data. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And then you have the settings and other options. There's nothing much to discuss about anything there. So that's a pretty much exhaustive details about the Adrenox. Hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.